What's good with y'all, man? SD2K back with another build video. So I was watching 80 overall everything build video the other day, and I was just thinking, I wanted to play around with the cap breakers on one of those, just see what I could do with it. See if I could maybe make, you get +5 on some stats or something crazy like that. But I think most people are going 6-7. I went 6-6 so that I could get actually 80 everything. Most of the 6-7 ones, they end up having like a 65 vertical. But I went 6-6, 218, 7 foot on the wingspan. And you could change that up a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I get 80 everything. I mean, you can change the weight. Hit continue right here. And this is what you come out with. You got 80, 81, 81, 80, 81, 80, 81, 81, 81, 81, 80, 81, 81, 81, 80, 80, 81. You get the point. Pretty much 80 everything. And I really think a build like this could be decent, but I also wanted to play around and make like an optimized version where I lower and raise some stats to hit different badges. Because as you can see with a lot of these, like pass act, you're off by 1. If you go +1, you'll get gold dimer. 3-point, if you go +2, you get limitless range. You're off by 1 on standing dunk to get rise up. Just different stuff like that. And then some of them are kind of, 80 block. If you go down to 78, you still get all the same badges. Just different stuff like that I was just looking at. And I will show this one, but I did make an optimized version. I want to show you that one. But you're going to get a 2-way drive and rise bully. Get Glenn Robinson, Cooper Flagg, and Sean Marion. No big strengths and no big weaknesses on this build. So you're just pretty much just going to be a mid build. Not great at nothing, but not bad at nothing. But I'll go and show you the cap breakers on this one, and then I do want to show you the best one out of all the ones where I was playing with the attributes that I think really could be crazy. So as you can see right here, I was a little disappointed when I loaded this up, and pretty much everything's still +1. I was thinking, when I saw a video, someone was just playing around with the build. They didn't really go into cap breakers or nothing. They just want to see if it was good. And I was thinking, maybe you could get something up to like not a couple stats up to in the 90s and stuff and actually be really good on this. But I mean, no, you're getting +1 on everything, especially the really important attributes, like your 3-point, drive and dunk, ball handle and stuff. You can make this if you wanted. You would be just decent at everything, good glue build, but I do want to go in and show you the best one I found where I think you could be a really crazy slasher and still have 80 on everything else. So I'll go over and show you that one real quick and we'll finish this up. Okay, so this is the one I ended up going with. I probably made like 8 different versions of it where I was just trying to raise and lower certain stuff just to be good at one certain thing on this build. Instead of just being like decent at everything, try to play it where you're decent at everything else, and then there's like 1 or 2 things that you're actually pretty good at. But this was the best one, I think, with cap breakers, because as you can see here, you're still decent at everything. You still can post score a little bit. You still got a little bit of standing dunk, a little bit of driving dunk, a little bit of driving layup, decent shooter. And this one I ended up going a little higher on the ball handle, so you can actually handle the ball pretty well on this build and pass pretty well. And then defense, solid defender all around. You can switch on a lot of different stuff. I went lower on the offensive rebound on this one, and you still have that ADD board, so you can still help with rebounding. Solid physicals all around. You're not going to get blown by anybody. You're not going to get bullied by anybody, and nobody's just going to jump over you. But when you go into the cap breakers on this one, it gets pretty crazy. So on this one, if you go +5 on the driving dunk, you will have a 96. So you see you'll go 81, 86, 90, 93, 96. And then with 3 cap breakers on your vertical, that'll get you to 85 vertical. So with 8 cap breakers, you'll have Hall of Fame posterizer on this build. And then 5 more, you'll get an 89 mid-range for gold set shot, on top of already being able to handle the ball and pass pretty well. I think this will get pretty crazy. And then after that, you can go into other stuff that you want to do. But those are all pretty much the same as the last build, just decent. I would probably go +3 on the perimeter defense, get that silver on-ball menace. But I really do think this build could be crazy. Not sure if I'll end up making it, but I might actually. I mean, now that I'm I found this one. I think this really could be crazy. You have no weaknesses on the build, and then on top of that, you'll be able to be a crazy slasher with that 96 drive and dunk. I think this could be pretty crazy. But if you enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe, comment any other builds you want to see, and I'll try to get that out to you. I appreciate it.